Today we're going to be talking about the League of Legends fighting game and how I hate it, but I also love it. Now I'm going to be giving you my perspective as a middle class player. That means I'm in between a pro player that spends many hours playing the game and a casual player that only has 15 minutes before their newborn wakes up. So all my opinions that I'm going to be saying in this video come from a place of darkness, sincerity, and confusion. My heart. So let me tell you guys what I'm not going to be doing in this video. I'm not going to be talking about the meta. I'm not going to be talking about the technical stuff. I'm not going to be talking about the things you should be looking out for, what to expect, all that nonsense. I'm going to be telling you guys how much I love this game by telling you the things I hate about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And maybe the stuff I love. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, screw it. I'm going to tell you guys the things I love about this game. Everything. I love the characters, the system mechanics, the assists, the combo structure, the music. Everyone has a wake up DP, which is nice. They simplified the execution for combos, so all the beginners can pick it up if they want to. The potential for so many characters is there, and there's so many to pick from too. And of course, the lobby system. It's so cute. As a fighting game player, this game is so much fun when it comes to the gameplay, and I cannot wait to see the future of this game flourish. All right, let's talk about the shit I don't like. If you're thinking I'm going to be talking about the atrocious last-minute tutorial that they spackled onto this alpha, or maybe the simplified last-minute placeholder main menu screens, or the abundance of unfeatures in this game has, no, I'm not going to be talking about all that because this is an alpha. It's not even a beta. They're still ironing stuff out. Come on now. I'm going to try and be as organized as I can be as a person with ADHD. That's very hard, but I'm going to try to do it with this video. And to, of course, specify and once again tell you guys that this is an alpha, not even a beta. So there's a lot of things that are probably not even going to make it into the full game, or at the very least will be tweaked for the final release. All right, now we got that out of the way. Ahri, this bitch. Let me tell you all the things that's wrong about this character, because let me tell you, she's quite a character. First and foremost, the bugged back assist. If you don't know, 2 assists per character. One, you press forward in assist and backwards in assist. Ahri's back assist is broken. The scaling does not work, meaning that you get raw damage. If you start a combo with this assist or do a special move into this assist, you're going to be getting an asinine ton of damage. And God forbid the opponent is using 2 times assist, so you can use it 2 times. And it has a ton of hit stun, which means that you can use this for combos galore, and you can take forever and do whatever you want while Ahri shoots you with dipping dots. Crazy block stun, crazy hit stun, bugged ass scaling, which leads to incredible combos and incredible damage that should not exist. You're probably thinking, is that it? That's not even that bad. No. Her level 1 is busted. Now, normally every character has 2 level 1s. Ahri has 3. Down S1 is normally a super where you send out an orb, multi-hitting, it does some damage, it's an ender, it's a finisher, it's great. But if you hold down the S1 when you do down S1, it does a 2-hitting orb move where it sends out the orb and then the orb comes back to you. And as soon as you send out the orb, you recover instantaneously, which means that she can loop this thing over and over and over as long as you have the meter. And I also have to mention that this also leads into touch of deaths very easily. Now, of course, you can burst out of it, but you don't have an unlimited amount of bursts. You burst once, you're not going to see that again for a while. And let me tell you something, if Ahri combos you, you're going to be sitting there for a while. It's like watching a movie. Actually, let's talk about that. Her long ass combos with long ass animations, including her level 1 loops. Her combos are so stupidly long. She's the only character in this game that can really start comboing, and you can go make a sandwich, you can go wash your car, you can go watch a Mr. Beast video. Actually, don't do that. Oh man, that's really bad right now. You could take a you can watch a few TikToks and come back and you're still gonna get comboed. You're probably at like the 3rd quarter of the combos. And the reason why these are so long is because of her broken fireball, which is another thing that I'm going to be talking about. It's a special move where she chucks a fireball at you, and if you press the fireball button again, then she goes towards you and continues the combo, and you get a movie. And not just that, but you can also use it for pressure and neutral. So you can just sit there, start chucking fireballs, and you really don't have anything to worry about. She can even do it in the air. And yes, you can confirm it in the air for another long-ass combo. Now, I'll be honest, I played Ahri because she's a fox lady. That's very pretty. So after I found all this out, I did a little bit of research, and word around the street is that since her last playable build, she has been changed. And then they released her in the alpha. No tweaking, no ironing out, no finessing, nothing like that. Compared to the other characters feel way better, less broken than this character. But Ahri in particular, she got changed and they released her, and that's why she has a broken back assist. That's why she has a broken level 1. That's why she has crazy combos with her fireball. So that's how it is. So I'm not super worried about her. I think she'll be fixed by the time the next build comes around, maybe a beta or even in the final build. So I'm not super worried. The only thing that she has going on that's a con is that she has very low health right next to Ekko. Speaking of Ekko, I actually don't have that much of a problem with Ekko, actually, like at all. He's a badass, dope-ass, motherfucking-ass mix-up character with a cricket bat that has rewind powers.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
But there's just one thing I can't stand. This ball. No matter what I do, no matter how hard I try to get away from it, this thing always comes after me and it hits me. This goddamn Time Winder. It has a huge hitbox. It's very fast on startup, and if you get hit by it,
oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Oh, and of course, he has it as an assist. Every time he chucks that ball, it's not even like a fast projectile. It's like slow. He throws it. It's like slow motion. So I'm just sitting there waiting to get hit by this thing. Then I get hit by it because I'm impatient. God, don't even get me started whenever I play against an Ekko and Ahri, dude. If I had a penny for every time I got hit with a jump back's Time Winder into Ahri assist, I could buy Riot. I love Ekko. He's sick. But that damn Time Winder. I actually don't have that much of an issue with Yasuo. I don't have that many bad things to say about him. I love that character. He's a samurai. He's got the coolest combos in the game, in my opinion, and probably has the highest skill ceiling in the game, too, due to his stance cancels. He's kind of a monster. But if you guys aren't aware of who developed that character, that sick bastard has got something plotting, and I know it. He created this character for a reason, and if we don't keep this character in check, oh boy, he's gonna be the source of many holes and many walls. Heed my warning. Actually, while we're on that subject, let's talk about the character that has made or is the source of many holes and walls. I hate this fucking character. Darius is the prime example of a character that not only huffs or even eat the glue, but bathes in it. He a sticky son of a bitch. Trying to fight this character is like trying to pick up a piece of shit by the clean end. AKA, this character's a bitch to fight. I hope your father never comes back in your life. For example, why... Oh my god. Why the fuck does this character inflict bleed on block? Bleed, if you don't know what that is a status element where if this brick for brains character hits you with a certain axe move, you start to glow red, or at the very least get a little red indicator next to your life, where you take an insane amount of chip damage. Chip damage is basically damage you take when you block. Yes, you take damage when you block. And the worst part is that even if you tag out to your other character and send that character back in later, it still has the ailment. Why the the ailment's still on there even if I tag out? In my opinion, you shouldn't be able to inflict bleed on block, but nobody cares about my opinion. No, that's why you're watching this video. And it doesn't even make any sense because this epoxy sniffing gorilla already has a lot of other bullshit that makes him crazy good. Like, why the fooge would you give this character a armored assist and one that has a lot of block stun and wall bounces for a guaranteed combo? And it's on now. And the messed up part about it is that there's another character in this game that has a similar assist. His name is Braum. Sweet little Braum, such an amazing, lovable, adorable character. He has to work for his armor. He has to go in, apply the frozen buff to his shield, tag him out, and now his assist has armor. So I did a little bit of research and went into the lab, and apparently Braum doesn't even get an armored assist if he has the buff on. Even though the regular version of that move does get armor, he only has his back assist as the armored assist, which makes this even more messed up. So everything still stands. Death to Darius. He's gotta work for it, but this privileged troglodyte has it for free. What the fuck? And don't even get me started on his DP, aka his reversal, his armored reversal. That's fast as hell, an amazing anti-air, has a huge hitbox, and you can cancel it into other assists. Oh, thank God this game doesn't have double Darius, or I'd be using my toaster as a bath toy. We're also not done yet. His axe pulling move. Oh my God. He has a move where he pulls you in on block, and he can mix you up into 3 different things. He can either do a command grab, which, by the way, can lead into a super for a lot of damage. Let that sink in. A bleed inflicting safe follow-up move. Let that sink in. Or an overhead that can lead into a combo and possibly death. Yeah, and I can't do shit about it. Yes, you can push block, but that costs meter. Darius can literally do this with no cons whatsoever. Maybe if I had an armored DP, that would be different. I love it when the counter to the thing I hate is the thing I hate. Oh, and by the way, it's an assist too. Forgot to mention that. This character's for intellectuals and academic scholars. Am I right? And I did not even mention how incredibly absurd his normals and jump-ins are. They have so much range, they do huge damage, and every time I whiff a button in front of Darius, his button reaches just a little bit farther than mine, which leads into a combo and does a ton of health. Overall, I hope this character goes to the slaughterhouse and spends the rest of his life in a wheelchair eating applesauce through a straw. But that isn't gonna happen, isn't it, Riot? Because he's your little privileged little axe boy, isn't he, Riot? I'm gonna keep this simple and short because I have a headache. Braum in particular is a ray of sunshine. I love Braum's command grab with the horrify. I don't even know what his name is, but the little sheep comes in with a hammer and then he high fives them, and you can see Braum is like, oh my God, you got some, you've been lifting? I love his little sheep that he throws and his one-handed or one-finger push-up that he does as an anti-air. It's so cute. It's so awesome. His combos are some of my favorite in the game too, and I don't know what it is, but every time he gets his frozen install on his shield, there is a sense of euphoria that enters my body that I cannot elaborate any further if I want to keep this video monetized. Either way, I love this character. This character is my spirit animal, even though he looks like a spokesperson for Pringles. And last but not least, Elao. Elao is actually an interesting case because I was apprehensive about her when I first heard about her, or when she first got announced. But then I got to see her in action, and more importantly, I got to play her myself, and I was pleasantly surprised. Her combos, probably my favorite combos in the game. She has a lot of intricate aspects to her combos that isn't necessarily like cut and dry like Yasuo, for example. There's a lot of different factors and timings, which leads to some pretty fun labbing sessions to make sure that you don't drop these things. And even if you do, you have something as a backup. For example, the tentacles. You can use them for combos, or you can use them for setups and to start combos and stuff like that. So it's really fun. Her combos are awesome. Her super, where she summons all the hentai tentacles and stuff like that. I love that super. Even though it's like really messed up, I love mixing people up. I love doing combos with it. It's just like, all right, time to guess as soon as the tentacles come out. It's so much fun. And she does a lot of damage, which is great because she's a little slow. So she needs that damage. And of course, her being a hot muscle lady that can probably show you a good time, if you know what I mean, is not that bad either. I mean, overall, if I'm gonna put this on like a ranking type of thing, Elao's probably my favorite character in this alpha, which, like I said, it surprised me because of my prior impressions of her, but she turned out to be my favorite character in this alpha. She looks good, her combos are great, and she has some great synergy with a lot of characters. Her assists are amazing, and there's just a lot of intricacies to this character, and she ended up being my favorite character. Second one being Braum, obviously. I'll talk about one last thing, and I think it's the biggest thing that made this alpha or this game stand out from the rest in modern fighting games, and that is the duo system. You can play with an amigo. They can either carry you or you can have fun together. You can learn together, and it's pretty seamless. Now, I didn't play myself, but I saw a lot of footage and a lot of impressions of other people. Everyone loves duo. There is a discussion as to whether or not it's better to have a duo partner, if that's optimal, because obviously 2 brains are better than 1. The duo system is beautiful. You can play with friends. You can play with your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your them friend or whatever. I wouldn't know because I don't have friends to play with.
Why are we still here?
That was pretty much all I had to say about what I hate about 2XKO, even though I really didn't say anything about Braum or Elao or even Yasuo, really. But there's a lot of things about this game that I don't like, but I'm sure they'll fix and stuff. I have a lot of faith in these devs because there's a lot of FGC people in there, and they do want to develop this game with the players in mind, which is a very good sign. And they're taking a whole bunch of feedback from them, and we'll see when the game comes out how it'll happen, or when there's another beta. So if you guys want to subscribe or like, I know this is like, people say it's a VTuber channel, but to be honest with you, this is my channel and I want to post whatever I want, and I play 2XKO, and these are my impressions. If you want to subscribe for more 2XKO, I'll be playing some more because I really want to make League players cry. Even though this video, I sounded like a League player. I hope your father never comes back in your life. I'm already blending in. I'm one of you guys now. Not really, I'm never playing League. No, screw that game. I'm never, ever playing League. That game is for smelly troglodytes and gormless motherfuckers. I am not doing that. Anyways, like and subscribe, please. I appreciate that. Love you. Bye.